Today we're going to show off something that I've been working on, kind of by myself, kind of with the meme, the lobby server, whatever it's called, that we have together. I'm going to show you guys my portion of the build. I will slightly go over in his section just to let you see how cool his buildings are. But I figured we're getting towards the end of the Return to Summer. I just want to show off what we're building here. It's far from fully completed, but there's enough that I can show it off and, you know, take a look at what we have. So this here is my part, the part here made of emerald and gold and diamond. And I call it Yellow City, based on the yellow walkways that are in the area. So, yeah, basically what we've done is sort of built an area. We sort of worked way over there, super far into the distance. And Lamim didn't really like that area, so he's like, yeah, let's go over here. So he sort of yeeted over here, and I was kind of big hurt because I already got a decent amount built in the other section. Not decent amount, but like, you know, the walls and preparing a walkway. So I sort of built this green wall here, and that's when I sort of built everything within this area. And honestly, like, to start, this area was very small. We stopped right about here. I believe was where the wall stopped, this walkway. So that was that. Then I sort of came over here and added into here, and then another portion where I added into here, and then I've added in this. And there's also a bunch more of these sections. There's 3 more of the green walled-in sections to take a look at. But this is the initial one that I first built here. This is my desert portion. We head out along that walkway, as you can see, and we got some cool things. I almost like the other area more just because I feel like this is almost a test area, and then I built the next area where things got really cool. But first, let's take a look at what Lamim sort of has in his area. He's done sort of old western town theme. So here he's got sort of like a little house where you can, you know, store some stuff in. He's got a little lion statue. Got a police station here, which is pretty cool. Yeah, we got that. There's little lights. I really like how these lanterns look here. He also built a very fancy church here. We definitely have a different style of building. He likes to put like extreme things into details, and I sort of like to have buildings that look all very similar and square, but that are very open and you can see out of. This is his main house here that we have, or that he has for him, and it's pretty cool inside. I will show you this building. I don't really want to spend much time on his builds, but yeah, he's got this building, which is very nice. Simple upstairs that he built, and then you come downstairs, and it's pretty cool. What else has he built? Oh, he had this hole in the ground that's sort of just here, so he sort of left it. Over here at his farm. Sorry about that. Yeah, he's got his farm here. Stable here for his horses, which is very nice. Then he's sort of got like solar panels here. And he built a gas station over here as well, which is cool. Yeah, got a gas station. He's got this thing here, which is like one of those like street or billboard type things. And then you got a what is it, City Hall? I believe you said it was. Oh, this is his newest build. He was sort of away for a while, and they didn't play for a couple days, just in general. I didn't feel that well one day, and then he had to, he was at a movie, so he was out late one night, so he ended up not playing. He hasn't built in almost a week in this map, but I've been a lot sort of on my own in that time. So his plan ultimately is sort of wrap around this mountain and sort of bring stuff all the way around through this section here, between the one, I think, onto that little island. And into there. This is also a little house that I built over here to sit in section, but he kind of wanted to leave it there anyways. One last thing of his that we take a look at is in this mine shaft. We put a lot of what's it called? Obsidia? Oh, isn't that what he called this area? I think he called it obsidia. So he sort of dug out this mine shaft and really put a lot of work into making this area pretty nice. Because, you know, these things kind of exist in the mines if you know, end up finding one. The wood with the fence post there. So yeah, we can go through here and on here. Now I do want to have a I want to preface this by saying we did build all this in creative mode. We have not used survival mode because we want to focus purely on building, and this actually leads into a regular mine, which ultimately does end up here, which is part of a building that I have, which you guys will see in a little bit. But yeah, we purely wanted to do one based off building. We did do a survival one, which I did show in a previous. Oh my god, where am I? In a previous video, actually, when we started out the Minecraft series or Minecraft here on the channel, we took a look at that. So this is played all in creative. So now we head into my area, which again is called Yellow City. So this is like the initial walkway. It was a little bit different. The walkway started out going to the water, but then we sort of built these defenses around it, which we built, and they have magma block on it, so the enemies can't jump over this and sort of step on this and get killed. So that's how that works. That's sort of the surrounding area. So, you know, ultimately I wanted that to be part of mine, so we sort of made it that his walkway here sort of leads to my place, which is my walkway out of the wall. So yeah, we got a bunch of just things here outside the entranceway. And you come in, and it's pretty just simple. You know, we got our mushrooms here, you know, lava pits we can throw items in if we want. And initially we sort of said, alright, let's build in creative and play survival, which really wasn't that good of an idea, but, you know, I just tried to put everything that we would need. So, we got another ward here. There was a bunch of guards, you can notice they're everywhere, so I'm not really going to focus much on that. But yeah, we got a bunch of gardens here and there, throughout the whole area. Yeah, so then there's that. And then we go into the building, which is probably the first. I think this is the first one that I built in the area. I really just started out with something very, very unique. We head down here. I took and surrounded the whole area with ice to sort of freeze the water, or you know, to get rid of the water. Then I cut out the hole in the middle of it, built the wood around it, put in the glass, and yeah, I'm very, very proud of this building just as like a start in the area. It took a little bit of time to build, but it wasn't that difficult thing to do. We can head down underwater. You can see I put down a bunch of coral and things like that to sort of liven it up when you look out of these windows. So that's very, very cool. Then we have our places with our animals. Yeah, we got you know, the main dudes there, and we got the different horses and donkeys and things. This here is my cave, which I call TNT cave. Now this area, nothing really in these areas. I was going to do something I never did. And then, you know, it doesn't sound as much, but I can't break something like that. So you get rid of that, and you know, this is only accessible in creative mode, obviously. If you go and start with it, you're not going to be able to play it, but there is a bunch of things to mine here. You know, we got gold, there, iron, more gold. We got some coal there. So this is a pretty good mine overall. I basically just took one thing of TNT to put on the glass. Dude, whatever you get. It's pretty cool. You know, probably get some redstone. No diamond in here though. But, very, very cool. I started with building something, and I started picking everything out of my inventory. Messing around with it, so. Just want to replace that. interact with the sword. I like carrying it around. So yeah, that's that. Next we head here. These are the towers. I call them Pride Towers, because, you know, they're multiple colors, like the Pride flag. So that's what I called that. Wasn't the intended goal of it, but I was just started putting all the glass, and I'm like, hey, it's multiple different colors. That's kind of cool. So that's what I ended up calling it. So like I said, we were going into survival mode, so I filled up all these chests with, like, materials. This whole level's in gold. Gold blocks. And this is all diamond blocks. A lot of it was, like, preparation, but a lot of it was, if an enemy spawns or something happens and destroys our whole area, we gotta have something prepared. So yeah. This one's all emeralds. What do we have here? What the hell is that? Oh, sand. This is all Acacia wood, or Acacia logs, because every single building that I have, besides, like, these towers, is made of that. Made of Acacia. We got iron there. This is where we get into, like, other items that we may need. Just, like, because, basically. Up here. What's this? Spruce log. Oh, this is the other wood, I believe. Besides Acacia, because we have Acacia in a whole level. And then we sort of pop up here at the top, and, yeah, that's the first, like, top portion of this one. Then we head down into this one, which I believe they have matching, almost matching tops. They have a little bit different for, like, the little heads at the top, but everything else is the same. So we're going to head down into this building. What's in these chests? Can I open it up? Oh, these are chests and under chests. Cool. I just sort of started putting random things in these buildings. Honestly, kind of building didn't have a plan for them. This is all just plants and things like that. Great. Awesome. I kind of forgot what I put in all these chests, honestly. This took forever to fill up all these chests. Got torches and boats and mine carts and things like that. This one has TNT, arrows, lava, water. Where these things go? Oh, I think I took some stuff out of these chests. That's why that one's not completely full. When we did go into survival temporarily. Yeah, so some of these probably won't be completely full. We got armors here. There's just the diamond armors. I don't think we have any of them. They're all weapons and things like that. Then back onto the first level here, supplies some food. I think I may have took some stuff out of these ones. No, I don't know where the food is then. But yeah, then we have this here, just, you know, to build stuff. No, doors on them, I don't actually know why. This is where I kept my horses tied up, but I built something else for that, but I just sort of left it. This here is a garden with a bunch of these, berries in it, the little purpley ones that hurt everybody. Once they sort of came into this version of the game, the PlayStation version, we ended up, being able to play something. This is a building that I made, just sort of here to, Hog Levine. I put a villager in there and sort of named it. But, yeah, it's all purple because that's the favorite color. So, that's that. Next we sort of go here into my house. So, this is my house. I have some animals in here, and I name different things based on, different things. Again, we got some nice decorations on the wall here. Simple, bed, ender chest as well. I made these, pride flags, and I kind of just put them in the ender chest, so that I would somewhere else. Yeah, I could. Because I didn't know where the building was, I kind of put them on his things, and then also kind of like, you know, if I was gonna do something else about it, just have it, I guess. I could put other stuff in the ender chest, but there's really no point, because that's the only item that's in the game that gets, in the inventory and I don't want to lose, then I'll have to remake them. Making flags is kind of a do. Yeah. So, this is sort of the basement of my place, just sort of a place to work on stuff. Not really much happening there. Then we got this level here. Just got some random materials in here. Some armor. I think we have 3 different types of armor you can do. Workbench, loom, this one. Chug tables. Here's got a bunch of materials. So that's my my main house here. So we got a duplicator here. I mean, we're not in creative, or we're in creative mode, so it doesn't matter. It's just cool to have a duplicator that really fun to use. Great way to sort of increase your got our bears here. Oh yeah, and maybe here's the motherfucking kitty. And we got some more gardens. So this is an extra house I literally just built. Here, just to take up space. This is the last that I built in this set. This is where I keep the horses. We got anime kitties and Old Town Road. So, place to get some water. And there's a couple horses. Then there's some food. I think one of them just basically, just why they can go inside or outside. We also have a spot where we can go upstairs. This is just for me, but it's just sort of where I just keep, extra things, basically. Some barrels just for design. Some hay, things like that. I sort of took the idea of putting some beehives because my job is working with bees and things like that. Check the links down below as well if you want to check out the website and products and stuff like that. But yeah, here's the, I just made beehives sort of based on the fact of what I do. Of course, beehives, being 2 levels of beehive aren't normally this tall, but, Minecraft, you can't really make it any smaller. But it's pretty cool. I also took the colors that the beehives typically are as well. Next we have another garden here. And we have a bar. This is sort of where I think I have all the potions, right? Yeah. Oh, where is the other potion? What the hell did I do? Oh, I put that in the other inventory, didn't I? Fuck. Yeah, nice bar. Another spot you can just sort of sit out here. Go to some tables, and then there's even another level up. So it's pretty cool. A couple areas just sit out and look at things in a bar setting. This is record store. Right, this is where we have all the songs, basically. All the music discs. Pretty basic, but kind of cool at the same time. This here is a bookstore. I mean, a library. Oops, this is where all the enchantment books are. This is our beam. I kind of made it, I wanted it to match the tower, so I sort of put the glass blocks and sort of made it, match the tower. That's all I did. This here is a fishing spot. I believe we have a bunch of fishing rods in here. Yeah, fishing rods and something else. Fish, obviously. It's a cool spot just to go fishing a little bit. Since this is the desert part, I want to keep the cactus around, plus I think they look nice. The cactus are there. This is like a shed type thing. It's a great place to keep some of the tools, things like that. Stuff for horses. This is before I had the stable with the horses. That's why it's sort of way over here and the horses are way on the other side. That's why. Also, this is different wood just because I wanted it to be a little different. This is the guest house. I made it with the meme sort of in mind, I guess. I should have made this one with Lamine in mind. I made this one with the city theme of being yellow in mind. There's one purple flower for Lamine, but most of it is yellow because it's a yellow city. So sort of with that in mind. This level's purple though because Lamine. Oh, we got an ender chest in here too. Again, just some things if you're visiting to have. Place to play music and a nice place just to sit out and sort of look at things. I really, really like the the like balconies on the house, which you'll notice throughout the builds here. What else do we have? In here, this is our travel building. Did I call it travel center? I feel like I did. Travel center, yes. This has, you know, necessary items for travel and a photography table. Pretty simple, but pretty cool. And it's also got a picture of the map on the wall. That is our map. You can see how we came across. We came across from here over to the desert. Yeah. Actually, what does our map look like now? I think I ruined it, but... Yeah, I ruined our map. That looks good. But yeah, that's that. That's that area. Not much left in this first section. This is the workshop. This is sort of where I just put all the items in there, sort of new, all these random tables, which don't really have a purpose yet, but they're in the game. The only ones that do, I think, is the stone cutter and this one. Yeah. So this doesn't really have a purpose yet, but this one is still there. What else do we have to show off? A little tent area. Sort of took that idea from Lamine. I really liked his camping zone, so sort of took that along the way. And the compost was just sort of made a recycling center. That's everything for this area except for one more little section, which if you remember, at the beginning there was a little building in a cave, and I said, oh, I'll show that off. Yeah, so, basically what I did was, the water stopped here. I'm sure you can tell by the way this is designed. The water sort of stopped here, underground, around the area. So I sort of took and carried it all the way down here. This is around my building, my main house I showed off. All the way around over here, so you can sort of see how the water travels around. It does head underneath this one portion of the bridge here. And I think, does it travel over here or is this separate? I think this is separate. Yeah, this is its own area. This travels around down that way. Alright, so this is sort of its own area, but again, I sort of push the water into these areas that do not exist up that way. Either way, there's something here that says invite. So, you know, you put a door underwater. So I did. Didn't order a door. You can head in. This is sort of just a secret area. There's nothing in it. Besides the fact it's just a hidden gate. Head down here, close the door. That's absolutely it. But this is the part that you see, this bottom section here, where you see the cave. It's like, oh, it's kind of expensive. There's something in this cave, but I sort of want to build a cave. It took a lot more time than I would have thought, but everything in Minecraft takes a lot longer than I initially think it would. So that is the first area of Yellow City. Next, we sort of head along these walkways, and a lot of this was land. You see, we're just one level down, but I sort of made it more of an island. This whole section was islands, and I actually had something built on this, but I sort of took it out. So there's a lot more islands in here, but I don't know, I sort of leveled them down, sort of made it more ocean. So we continue along the walkway, which is just emerald with the cobbles. Are they cobblestone? No, they're brick walls, I believe. And lanterns. Now, this is my favorite part of the island we're heading to, or favorite part of my city. This is Yellow City Island. I put up a big sign as well, so it's like the Hollywood sign a little bit. This is the special tower that we have. I'm not going to give too much in detail because there's nothing in it, but basically the same idea of what I did with that little building, I sort of took with this massive tower. All the way down as far as you can go until you hit, what's that called? Stuff the bottom of the map. I forget what it's called. Bedrock, right? Is it bedrock? Bedrock, yeah. So all the way down until you hit bedrock, as you can see on the window. This is on the lowest level you can build in the game. I go all the way down and built a big hole, filled it all up with ice. Then I surrounded it with gold, took everything out, put all the windows in, and then you notice down here the windows are different. So you should go through and replace all the windows. Underwater you have to have the solid blocks. You can't have window panes or sort of mess put a lot of thought into it. Where I said that there was a building before, there was a golden tower which I didn't get rid of. So now we're getting to the part also where the map is not complete. This area over here is not entirely done. But first, get over this little section. Not much here, just a giant gold tower as well. This in here actually isn't supposed to have anything in it. This in here is purely go to the top and power. Purely what this area is, just an area. Look out, see what you can see over here. Yeah. We also have a giant water here. Wait. And let's have a thing here of lava. Also, this little house that I built here, interesting design sort of built into the angles that we're given to work with. How the hell do you get to the next level? There's 2 levels of the building, right? I was over in the corner. What a fuck. Yeah, so that's sort of the other level. This is a very, very simple building. Not much to it. Not much space you can sort of work with. I kind of built this area and sort of forgot about it. So someday I'll place something else over here. But I sort of forgot this area was here. Honestly, I kind of forget that happened. So I put so much work into this. This is sort of the main area here of our city. Now, I guess you could say. So first, I didn't have anything past here. This is all added in after. Then it went all the way over here. Then I added in all this after. So again, sort of small like the other one. We sort of did something unique here. As opposed to all of our animals, some farms, again, lava and water. This building has changed a lot. Initially, if you guys watched our other Minecraft series, you would know that I blasted a massive hole into the ground to sort of build houses around it. So I did that here. There was a house here, and there was a house over here, along with this one. I blasted a big hole in the ground, which we can show you if we do this. It's a massive hole down here. So essentially, I just sort of blasted a hole in the ground and sort of said, that's dank. But, you know, I figured for the aesthetic of the city, it doesn't really match anymore to have a giant hole in the ground, so you can see it's sort of covered over that hole. Now, I couldn't really keep all 3 buildings and make it flow nicely, so I got rid of 2 of them, made a walkway, added some more gardens in, and sort of fixed up this house. Not much to it. Again, it's sort of one of those, just a house, sort of filler. But it's pretty cool either way. Next up we have another giant mushroom. I decided to put those around places. You have places with horses and llamas. What's in here? Is that a chicken? No. Don't go in there, chickens. They'll die. If we already get the strings out, they'll die, so I don't really want to touch that. Yeah. Going to this building next, it's sort of like a train station. Not a train station, but a train museum. This has some train tracks and some train cars in it. Can I please leave? This here was the guest house that I built in this area. Very, very small, very, very simple. You notice the guest house theme is typically purple. But the guest house, I don't really have much room to sort of fit it in. I'll show this building in a second. Also, this area, I sort of wanted to change up the trees that we had. Plus, to take out this area was a pretty big hill. I wish I could show you guys what it was like before. I was going to cut it all out. There's a bunch of trees here, I sort of burned them down. And I'm like, well, there goes the whole area. So I sort of ended up burning down all the trees intentionally, and then sort of replanting them, because I think that's a cool setting to sort of have everything and then trees. And you don't have the yellow city side there as well. It's pretty cool. Also, this here sort of leveled, made it into kind of or disconnected, so it actually would be an island out here. Because before, it was connected to the land. So by cutting that, it is now officially its own separate island. Separation does make it an island. bears. So, next I'm going to show off this. This is where I keep dummy sheep. Dummy sheep was, it was kind of funny, actually. I didn't do it because of the sheep memes from the PewDiePie videos where he has like water sheep, things like that. It was kind of at the same time as that was going on, though. I was building this area. I was watching those episodes where he had the water sheep being a dude. And I had this one sheep just being an absolute dude. Every time I started building, he was just walking over everything, just being in the way. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to put up a pole and tie the sheep to it. The sheep was yellow. You know, I dyed it yellow to match the city. And then it somehow, I don't know how it died, it just sort of did. I kind of looked over and there's wool on the ground. So I put the wool here that I took from the sheep, and I captured a new sheep, named it Dummy 2, and put it in here. So, you know, I sort of like having a student sheep. So I came in and sort of I built a building to put the sheep in because the other one died, and I didn't really want to just have it dangling around. So I sort of built a building for the student sheep. This here is my house now. I'm going to head into, this is the main house that I built for myself in this area. As you see, decoration in the area, ender chest again. Box here, and this is where the bed used to be. That's why there's bookshelves and cactus. But when I extended the land out, I'll show you that in a second. But when I extended the land, because this is sort of where it stopped. Like the wall stopped here. So there really was not any more space. So what I did was I sort of took, and when I did expand the land, I'm like, well, I can expand the house out of it. So I built a bedroom in here. Put a couple things in it, and yeah, that was that. Head up to this level. Orange is my favorite color, pink is my second favorite color, so I sort of went with orange-pink look for the area. This is again sort of a work area. Head out here and look at things. We did a nice thing with flowers. I really want to put the flowers on the posts just to make it look really, really nice. It doesn't really seem like it does much, but when you play this, it's like, oh, I'm just putting flowers, but the aesthetic of it really does make the house look nicer. Then we have this one here, which is on top of my room. This here obviously wasn't there previously either. Head up to the next level. This is very similar to what we had in the other house, the cartography table and the armors. Now the only difference is that since I'm building this purely just to build instead of doing survival like we sort of seen with the first area, for a lot of materials and chests, there's never going to be anything in these chests. But yeah, we have these armors here. You know, it's just supposed to look like an armor type room. We got things that everywhere. And then we sort of got some tables out here. Again, having a place to sort of just go is cool. Just go look out at things. Then we have here another level, a top level of the building. Now, of course, we do have one more level to show of this and the outside area. So let's go into the basement, which I did make into a giant diamond swimming pool. Not a deep pool because I didn't really want to spend all day building a pool, but very, very cool to have either way. On a little table you can sit there by the pool. Outside we have a nice sitting area, composting, things like that, tables, fire, and these things, hay bales. With a bunch of animals and sort of just putting a bunch here. Yeah. Oh no, don't go on there, cat. Don't go on there. Don't go on there. You can't get burned by these, like people can't, but animals actually can. One of these animals are burning on it, I'm like, no. So that's sort of the end of this area that's really built up. Oh wait, we have a couple more things over here. We have this. This is a library. Purely just library. And then we have another beam. A yellow one this time. To represent Yellow City. Yeah. That's that. Over here, not really much happening yet. As you can see, we have places for buildings. That's going to be a building. That's a building. That's a building. That's a building. This is being worked on. Sort of laid on the foundation for it. This is a building that I sort of have started but have not finished. But you know, again, I wanted to do this series or do this video now because it's gonna take months before we're completely done. Like, I'm just gonna keep building, adding to it. So, yeah, this is just an anvil room where we can name things, use name tags, and a bunch of crops there. And when the traders come through and they unfortunately die, their llamas are left. I don't like the traders, they're kind of annoying to have around, so I always kill them. And then put their llamas in here, because I feel bad for the llamas. So, we do that. Now, another building, as you see there's one on this, which is very, very cool. I can't show you guys that one. I was filming the area because it was about here until... No, around here. It was all actually part of the water. So I was filling it in with sand over and over, and I kind of got to the point where like, I don't want to do this anymore. Sort of left this area open, which I think actually looked really, really nice. Just a simple water area. Is there a zombie down there? There is. Water drowned. Actually, first I want to show you guys this section up here with the water as well. This in here is supposed to be like 2 levels, but it actually goes way down because this sort of connects through the whole area, so I have like a water cave type thing sort of connecting through. It's very, very interesting. It's a very interesting path. It just happened to be right here. So, the thing I did do is close it off over here because the whole area is supposed to be that you can get in very, very hard to get into the area. So, yeah. Keep as many enemies out. You don't want people to want. They could destroy your whole area. You get enemies in or things like that. You want to be able to have that security. So that's sort of why we have everything set up the right way. I built a giant green wall around it for aesthetics, because ultimately they don't really defend that well. So, you know, our best defense of the area actually is this brick thing up here, because enemies can jump, you know. That's also why we have a gap here, so they can't jump over the wall, because I don't want the things getting in. So if an enemy happens to manage to get over here, they can't really jump this. So, it will be a little bit harder to get in. Oh, these are still here? That's where I kept the llamas before I built an area. So yeah, again, it's just all about trying to keep the enemies out as much as possible. Yeah, then we have this little area where to sort of put a bunch of villagers, because why not? It's a villager camp where they can chill until we find homeless. Oh, I forgot to show you the main thing of why I talked about this little hole here. So I do have this one little spot, which I'm sure you see when I'm flew. I want to build a completely glass structure underwater. Because again, we've done wood and gold. So I figured, why not do a completely glass structure and sort of keep it within the land. So you see sort of the ravine through there that I was talking about. So we have the glass going up these stairs. I just sort of work with the stuff a little bit. We did make it gold down here just so it wouldn't be on like gravel. But then you put the glass on top of it and put stuff in. Now you can't put a bed on the glass, which is disappointing, so I couldn't put a bed in here. But overall, it's sort of cool just to have a couple little things down here. Dig out the area, make it flat, and make it workable, basically. So that was quite cool. Let me head out to the next section. I got 2 houses that I want to show off at the end. So, this is sort of the last area that I built. Not much happening here yet. We got a green beam because the walls are green, so I figured, why not? We got some turtles over there, some farms, and this here, these are will have little houses, but this area is very, very new. Not really much done to it. Actually, the edge of the map as well is not that far over here. This is actually where the map ends. So, yeah, not that far from the end of the map. There's a couple cool little houses that look out there. But I don't think I want to go any further and touch any of the land. Yeah. So we take a look at this next. There's a giant house out on the water. Good place that I have a bunch of animals. I don't know why they're all against the wall. There are a couple things in here for aesthetics. Not much because I don't really want to do much. We had an Old Town Road, and then the remix of that Soul Town Road came out, so I named this one Soul Town Road. It's so anime because it was anime kitties, so sort of kept with the theme of the horses. And so we've got a bunch of animals as well. But this here is purely built on the water, as you can see. Supports here, no land at all. So this in here was very, very fun to build out, build up. All that stuff. And this in here also has a gold walkway instead of a emerald walkway to sort of switch it up. Now this is the newest thing that I built. I built it last night. I spent a couple hours working on this building. Probably this is one of my proudest buildings that I've done so far. It looks a little bit weird from the outside here, but yeah. So I took this area. I did change the trees because we're doing Acacia wood. I wanted to have Acacia trees. So we have Acacia trees. Most of these are in spots where trees were previously. I'm not going to lie, to add a couple in to make it look a little bit nicer, but most of the spots were where trees were at. As you see, we have trees in here. Now, these aren't Acacia trees in the area, so they're all just added in here as well. This is our stairway up. It does look a little bit weird, but I kind of like it. It's sort of unique. Everything's all completely covered as well. Because, again, this is a house, so I'm able to keep everything just sort of getting into it. That can't. So, I want to make it just one way in, because nothing can jump over this fence besides, a person in creative mode. So, an enemy can't jump over that, or, like, if you weren't in creative mode, you have to break the fence down. There's no gates either. We do have a bunch of animals in here: chickens, horses, sheep, cows, these dudes, mushrooms, pigs. A little bit of a farm going here: potatoes, wheat, corn, and beets. This here is a walkway made of wood, and it's meant to be a pier that you can sit out on and look out. So yeah, that is this. This used to be like a Formula 1 podium as well. First place, second place, third place. I was going to put little signs there for drivers that got each spot, but I didn't do that yet. Yeah, this here's our way in. I didn't build up the ladder yet because I want to be able to get up quickly. And also it goes up one of the trees. Once you get in, you go through stairs. The stairs you finally get in. Now I did change this a little bit so to be like each tree must have a platform on it, but it didn't really look good. So I changed it. Again, not much has been done inside yet. This here would be a way down again to the outside. That brings you right here. Once you're in though, I still got a lot of detailed work to do. Again, I haven't finished it yet. I stopped building like 12 years ago. So, yeah. This here is the guest room. Again, all purple themed things. A guest room for Lamine. The only place that has purple glass that I'm building as well. Over here, this is my room. With a dog and a cat. Of course, I want to have a room. How about names them yet? Big glass windows here, of course, nice place to look out of. And this is the chest room, so I kept all the fuel lights working. So this sort of yeah, overall looks pretty cool. Nice place to look out here. Again, I haven't completed this portion yet. So as you see, we're getting those parts of the work in progress. I just didn't really get to complete a lot of it because it takes a long time to do, and I was sort of getting new ideas. Like this building here, completely random idea. Just over here and over. What if I build a house on it? That's the type of thing that ends up being here. And that's how it was getting completed. I'm sure you guys play Minecraft and know you can try to make one thing. So I got on to sort of fix up that area over there that I showed you, the main area that I was really proud of. Do some buildings with that. And I just happened to come out here and said, let's build this house. But again, super proud of this house, how it looks, and all that stuff. Here we have a little walkway, or a little balcony as well, and again, not included, we have a complete upstairs, of course the tree sort of carries through, sort of how they decided to get that, hey, working in a tree. And that whole level is completely glass as well, just to make it super nice to look out of. Of course, we keep orange. That's not lava, though. That's fine. Those are lava. But yes, so cool. I really like the place I've ever made. I don't know what I want to do like after I'm done with this stuff. I kind of want to start expanding out of the built-in green wall areas. So we may. I mean, I want to have like a barrier on things. I just don't have such a big wall. So I've sort of been restricted to those areas recently. Build, which has been fun. I really like to have built in little areas, but just on this is just so much fun. So go out of that zone. I just had so much like fun designing. I think it's really the first time as well that I sort of built into the land or reused the land instead of just flattening the land out. Like my first build, I sort of found a little cove area, dig out the wall, build a house around it. And again, this is the style of build that I would like to do. You see, like the builds that me do with fancy roofs and things. I really just like doing square builds, a little bit of flair. Like you see the roof on it. That's really it. That's what I like to build. That's so much fun doing things like that. You see with most on builds there. Same type of concept. I just have fun doing it compared to doing things with fancy roofs and things like that. This is what I like to do, so I'm going to keep doing buildings like this. This is probably one of my favorite builds to ever build, though. Besides maybe my first house, just because it was just so much fun to build into a hill. But yeah, this is really fun to do. And I also built a giant mushroom here just because. But yeah, this is a lot of land out here I can really expand out to. I could potentially see maybe this area here if I want to. I don't know, I sort of like having the forest behind me though. Behind that main house on the hill. So I don't really know what we're going to do from here. I did say I like that island way out there. But it was pretty far out here, wasn't it? It was this island. I mean, this could be a really fun place to build, though. I almost could do like a house in this cave. I could see doing this island build for sure. It'd be a long way to build a walkway out to, but I'd almost want to do a walkway off of this pier. So this is just sort of like my idea. I'm probably coming to do it later. Build the walkway off of that. Build it way around, probably to about here. Push it out that way, and then tack it in there. I don't know. It's just a potential idea that I have. I really want to finish building when I have it. Very sprawled out area that I sort of have. Very far from the initial location I built. And honestly, when I built that first area, I'm like, I'm done building. And I was sort of... Honestly, the way that it went down, that's the end of this build. That's everything we built. The way that it went down, honestly, I kept building this area because Lamine wasn't done with this area. Because honestly, I was started. And I just kept going. Really had a lot of fun carrying on with the build. I mean, this is it. Like this little portion here, I'm like, already done. I guess I'll extend over to here. Alright, now I'm done. And I'm like, oh, I'll extend a little more. Okay, now I'm done. And I did that bit, and I'm like, alright. And then I sort of had a little area here, which is sort of useless. And that was it. It went here. then I said, you know, let's see what's further out this way, I guess. And there was like a pretty cool little island over here, or a pretty cool little section, pretty flat, down in this portion at least. And I'm like, why not? So I built the bridge out to it. And then I sort of started building that, and I'm like, well, what am I going to do when I'm done with this? And, yeah, that's where I'm at when I'm done with it. But, yeah, I set it over out there just because that spot looked cool to build something. Honestly, this hill needed to be barely level. Like, this here was how it looked. I think that there's... Honestly, the only addition is, like, a little bit back here we extended it up. But, I mean, that's it. That was that. And then... I was sitting here, and I'm like... When I was setting all this out, I'm like, why don't I just go back this way? And then I had these little islands in here, that's sort of where I built that. And then I sort of built this island back here, which I never finished yet. And then I was sitting thinking, it'd be super dang to have a building out in the water like that. That's like such a cool idea. To have it in the middle of the ocean. And then, you know, the little house under the water made of glass. Like, that'd be super cool. And I built this in the trees most recently because I was thinking back to what we were going to build in our survival mode, and he was like, oh, I'm building a treehouse. Now, I guarantee this is not what he meant by a treehouse, but it's super cool. And then, you know, I just kept going from here. I'm like, well, what's further? Like, what's next? What's next is potentially this island. Like, this thing, I can see doing something with. I don't know yet though what I'm gonna do next. Maybe this little island should be fun. A bunch of pigs and chickens though. I don't really want to ruin their land. But yeah. No, that's that. This is my building. Very, very proud of the build we've done here with this house. I was so happy to see this sort of come together. If I could change one thing, it probably would be how these stairs look on the side. I think it's cool, but it's definitely weird. So if I could change one thing, it would be that. But I just don't want to have like something super basic, so I just built those stairs. If it wasn't covered her, it wouldn't look as weird, but basically I built those stairs, I'm like, I want to cover it. So that's what we did. But yeah. That's that. Did I miss a torch over here? I did. Oh well. That's that. Thank you all for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed seeing what I do free time wise. And yeah, we'll see you guys in the next one. We do have our Minecraft series. We're going to build some stuff coming up this week later on, along with F1 2019. So if you guys check that out.